Dear Dating Advice Girl, I'm 26 years old, and I've been in a relationship with my current boyfriend for the past 2 years. Which is weird for me because I only answer dating questions. Usually this is more relationship-y, but we'll do it. Things are going okay, but I sometimes have to question his maturity, and he leaves something to be desired when it comes to being a gentleman. A few days ago, it was my birthday, and he bought me some lingerie as part of a gift. While I appreciated the gesture, he bought the wrong size bra, and I told him I was a little hurt that he didn't know my bra size at this stage in our relationship. Okay, he responded with a very crude comment and said, "Yeah, you do have big boobs, especially for an Asian chick." I slapped his face and told him to apologize for that remark. All he could say was that I needed to lighten up, quotes and quotes. And at that point, I instructed him to leave my apartment. What would you do? So there's a lot going on.
How old is the guy?
We don't know.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Because, we talk about his level of maturity. It might be exactly right for someone of his age. If he is, early 20s, that's kind of what you're going to get.
She's not a single girl, but girl who wrote in this, girl, calm down a little bit on that, because the thing is, that's a really sweet gift, and he wasn't that far off in terms of size anyway, but he might not even know his own sizes. One thing we haven't mentioned yet or discussed is the fact that he said this Asian chick remark, in quotes, that's her words. So I'm assuming he's of another race, which will lead us into the interracial conversation later.
Amazing.
Look at that segue is amazing, right?
Do that?
I know, it's crazy. But and that's the bigger issue, I think, for this couple and for this girl, is that she says, what would I do? Like, what would you do? And it's not about what I would do. Obviously, she has a problem with what's happening, right? There's some issue, the issue of him being insensitive in some way, or him saying, oh, wow, you have big boobs for whatever, and she gets pissed enough to slap him, which I never condone any sort of physical whatever. But if she's that upset, there needs to be some sort of conversation. So I'm going to encourage you to maybe sit your boyfriend down. You've been together 2 years. Hopefully you can have a conversation with him about this, right?
I would hope.
Yeah, right. And just say, hey, listen, just so you know, I think he probably can deduce from the slap that, that you weren't happy about that comment. But I also think it's important for you to say, hey, listen, that comment was a little weird for me. Could you maybe calm that down a little bit, whatever.
Well,
again, like you said, we don't know this guy. We don't know how this whole conversation went down. But if she did sort of bash him or scold him, he, in his mind, could have been like, oh, well, I was just trying to do something nice, whatever.
If you guys want to come in and talk, we will talk to you.
We do have a couch in here.
There is a couch.
Another thing, and we're going to wrap this question up, the other thing that Dan kind of hit on there, but I want to add to, is that, girl, I think you should try to, since you're with him for 2 years, you've been with him for 2 years, and obviously there's something that you guys see in each other, you like being together, meet him in the middle. So you obviously know that he has a certain level of maturity if you've been dating him for 2 years. So why not just say, okay, well, I know that this is the person I'm choosing to date now, okay? So I'm not going to get so upset if he makes a comment about how my boobs are big or whatever. It's like, you know who you're dating, or you should.